Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle and I'm a beauty treasure hunter. And today I have a treasure for you. Um, can you tell which side of my face has the Estee Lauder Double Wear on it? Because one side does and the other side is the dupe. So if you want to see which side's which, just stay tuned. All right, I've already put on my Biore Watery Essence Sunscreen and the Bliss Tinted Mineral Daily Sunscreen on top. So I have a double layer of sunscreens going on. Now moving on to the eyes. I have two double-ended shadows from Kaja. One is kind of a pinky color. Petal Prism, okay, for one. And Mocha Sparkle. So on one end, and I got these at a TJ Maxx and a Marshall's. On one end, you have your stick, and on the other end, you have a little kind of spongy tip that you press down into some glitter. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to take the one, I think I'm going to try the pink one as like my base. And if that doesn't work, then I'll use something else for a base. But this kind of looks like some of the colors that I use in a shadow pot. Oh yeah. Did you see how that just covered up my vein nicely? And I'll blend with my finger. I have learned that anything by this brand, Kaja, it's a Korean brand, I really like. Now watch these veins just disappear. It's funny. When things make it to Marshalls or TJ Maxx, you may think, well, they made it here because they're not so great, maybe, but if companies will let their products get there, um, or agree to sell them that way, then it lets some of us try their brand that we never would have tried it otherwise. And so I've learned a few brands that I really, really like just from trying things at discount stores. Okay, this is the mocha one. And it's pretty light also. Oh no, it broke off. Do you ever try to squish things back together? Yeah, I don't think that'll work. Oh well, I didn't lose too much, just a tip. Okay, now that's not enough shadow for me, but let me blend it in anyway. And I think I'll take some of the pink underneath. So this is functioning more just as a shadow primer for me. Just the case with a lot of sticks or crayons, pencils. Okay, and I'm going to go in with the Rock Candy Palette by ColourPop. I've used this quite a bit, and you can see where I've cleaned it. I have used rubbing alcohol, and the colors kind of come off around the edges, but I love this palette. So I'm going to go in with a light flesh colored first, just to set everything. That color was Nugget. I'm going to do kind of a rose look. So my next color I'm going to go in is Lava U. I love all these names, I swear. They're all going to be like geologic names because of the rock candy. I would love to have a job like that, naming products, naming shades of products. Okay, now I always like to find a shimmer along my darkest color line also, and Magma is the color I'm going to go with. It's got a little bit of a sparkle with it, but not too much. And I never worry about my edges because I like to clean them up after I'm finished. There are some wonderful sparkles in here, but I'm going to try my Kaja pencils first. See how that goes. The end that you just dab with. So we'll see if I get much out of it. Oh, yeah, can you see that? And I love this little sponge tip. That makes it easy. This is the glitter that came with the mocha one. Kind of feel like I'm sparkly, more sparkly over here. Yeah, I'm not getting much, so maybe it's a kind of a liquid that I need to shake down. Yes, look at that. Okay. So keep that in mind. You gotta shake it up. Reminds me of that Cars song, Shake It Up, from the 80s. All right, well, I really liked that part of it, that end. And I like the other end too, but more for a primer. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the edge now. Oh, and I just remembered I didn't do anything underneath, so I need to do that too. Pencil brush. One of my favorite colors in this palette is called Pep Talc instead of Pep Talk. And it looks like a duochrome, like the color Solstice from Urban Decay. I'm going to do that underneath. So I've got a bit of sparkle above and a little bit underneath. I'm going to hold off on the mascara, but I have to tell you about one of my amazing salvage store finds this week. I got a brand new Thrive mascara for 99 cents. Still shrink wrapped and everything. And sometimes I hit the jackpot like that. I've even gotten a full size Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for $4.99. So I'm telling you, I'm addicted to the treasure hunting. All right. I'm going to try something new for my brows. I got this in a 2-pack at TJ Maxx. I think I'm going to have to take this off. Sorry to say. All right, I wiped the brow gel off. Got my skin really red. And I see that I need to do a little bit of blending with the top of my eyeshadow. And I still have some gel in my brows, so I think I'm okay at this point. Okay, now to the exciting part today. I'll do the right side of my face with the Estee Lauder Double Wear in shade 2C3 Fresco, and the left side of my face with W7's Legend, and my color is Fresh Beige. It's not a wide range of colors, but this one is perfect for me. I'll start with the Estee Lauder first. So without, I'm going to go in with the W7 Legend. This is just a tad darker than my Estee Lauder shade. And I always like to go in with fingers first, and then if it seems too much, then I go in with a sponge, a damp sponge. And I think I'm gonna go get my damp sponge and be right back. I got this blender at the Dollar Tree. I had not tried one from there yet, and it is just as soft as all the other kinds. I love it. And I think I applied more of this on my left side, so I'm going to add a little bit more double wear to even it out. And I'll use the other side of the sponge. Now I'm going to use my Estée Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer, but this is the older version. And mine is in shade C1, which is a cool shade. And this is a brush by Joa. If you've heard of that brand, you can get it on Amazon. I think it's available in some drugstores, but not where I'm from. I just like to make my concealer meet in the middle. I'm gonna go in. My all-time favorite mascara when I just wore mascara was the Tarte Man Eater. So I'm gonna do that just on the bottom lashes today. One of the things that I have really been enjoying from Five Below is the LA Girl H2O Lock Powder. So I'm gonna set my under eyes with that. Make sure there's no creases. Another steal I got at the Salvage store recently is this CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer, the Jelly Bronze Glow. Actually, I got one of everything, and these were just $1.99. So I'm just gonna apply that. I know some people do it underneath the makeup, but I think if you do it underneath, you kind of lose that bronze glow. I like that. Okay, for my contouring today, I'm gonna do the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer in the shade Snatched. Looks like this. It's a little bit thicker than the Milani that I usually use. It blends okay, but not as smooth as my Milani. The Milani one, the supercharged stick, it is more like a gloss, and it just blends right in to your foundation. I have noticed that things that are actually more of a cream-based stick, they don't blend as easily. And I'm gonna use my new Morphe Shape Lifter, and it's in Tapered, which is the lightest shade. I'm gonna do my lip contouring with that. My lips need all the help that they can get. I'm also going to use my e.l.f. Smoky Kohl eyeliner in Beige Flag to kind of do the outline of my lips. I think it just gives the appearance of a lip flip, which is totally different from filler. And I got this. It is, how many? 4 different lip liners in one. So I'm going to try one of those shades. To make it advance forward, you just turn it in the middle. And this is a very fine point, which ends up giving a more natural look. And then to make it go down, it's just like, when you were a kid and you had those ink pens that were all different colored. Okay, I told you in my last video how I was really enjoying the Maybelline Lifter Balms, Color Balms. They're so shiny. Well, I've got some from the Dollar Tree that are really good too. These are from Ioni, and these are from LA Colors. Let's see. I think I'll do this one, and Ioni sometimes puts their shade names on the actual packages, so this is kind of the mid-tone. And these are shaped like a little heart, which reminds me of the Kaja lippies. And I'll put a little bit of LA Colors on top. Looks like this. Both feel good going on. They don't have any weird taste, and they're $1.25. And I'm going to put on top this metallic Call Me number 510. This is from CoverGirl. And I was really surprised at how pretty it looks on because it's sparkly. Let's see. Another one I want to tell you about, it's by Eben, New York. They had some of these at the Dollar Tree. And let's see, I don't remember this shade. Let's see if I can. Nudist. So if they have any of these, I tried some of the other ones and I didn't think any of them were pretty. But I really liked this one. I just took my sparkles off. So I'm going to have to add some more back on. One thing I would steer clear of is this blush stick. Looks like this. It is, it's not by Be Pure or Ioni, I don't think. But it's in Perfect Peach is what it says. And it smells fantastic, but look, it's nothing. It's not even a highlight. It's just like a peach lip balm that smells nice, marketed as a blush, but it's really not. So you could get this if you have like a preteen that you don't want to wear much makeup. That would be great. All right, for blush today, again, by Kaja, these little sticks. This one is in the shade Berry Sparkler, I think. Yeah, Berry Sparkler. I loved this one so much though I got the rest of them because like when they go on clearance, they're like $3. And I think regularly maybe $4.99 or $5.99 if they hit your discount stores. Also pretty cool. I found this Bare Minerals Original, but it's huge. It was $12.99, but so was like the regular size. And the regular size has 8 grams, and this really pretty container is 18 grams for the same price. So if you see a pretty one and it's in your shade, you might want to grab it. They're really good for covering blemishes. I like to take a concealer, either a stick or something out of a tube, and then go over it with something mineral. So that's my secret. But on to the Kaja stick. They blend out nicely, but not totally. You know, you don't want it to totally blend out. And then I always like to set down my creams. And I think I also have almost all of these Fenty suede blushes. This one's called Summertime Wine. So when I opened it and looked at the color, I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And I like to use a fluffy angled brush for that. These are very blurring. So when they say suede, yep, they smooth your skin like suede. Now I know this looks like a lot, but I haven't powdered yet, so. I'm also going to set down my bronzer, and I got this from LA Girl Sunset Days Bronze. It has 2 shades. It was just $4.99. Look how pretty those shades are, both of them. Usually when you see a dual, one of them's like more orange, which I don't like. These are both pretty shades, so I'll just do a mixture here of both. Okay, now I'm feeling a little bit dewy on both sides. They feel just alike. And right now, if you told me, Michelle, you can only have one powder, I would have to say that it would be my About Face pink powder. I have the Wet n Wild. It's great for blurring. I have the Huda Beauty pink powder. I have oodles of pink powders. But this is my favorite for blurring. It's got one of those little mesh tops. And I just kind of dip my powder puff down in it and pull it off to the side and go over everywhere that I see pores, which is almost everywhere. I don't go under my eyes with this because I use the H2O powder over there, under there. And I've been using a couple of different sprays at the end, something to moisturize. So this is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration, the Coconut Mist. It's lovely. And I am going to go in with some highlighter also. Okay, I'm going to stick with the Kaja theme. This is called Toy Alien. And it's one of those squishy ones. I'm just going to use my finger. And to finish up, I think I'm going to do the MCO Beauty Ultra Lock. They have one that's kind of a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I think this is supposed to look like the one size colors, but I don't think it's a dupe for it. And the mister is a little bit, it's not as fine as what I'm used to. And then, you know, I have also been doing the sides of my face with something really, really good. I'm gonna do the Revolution Super Fix. It just keeps my blush from turning my blonde hair that color. Been checking in the evenings, looking at my bangs, because boy, you can tell when I don't do it, because my hair rests right against my cheeks there. So this is my final look for the day. I'll let you look up close. I cannot tell the difference in the sides from the Double Wear on this side and the Legend on this side. I guess they called it Legend because this kind of is, you know. And I have worn these just like this before, and at the end of the day, they look the same. So I'm thrilled. And they do have this on Amazon if you want to check that out. So thank you for watching today. If you found me, you're one of the first ones. So if you could like and subscribe, that would be wonderful. I hope that spending some time with me today took your mind off the cares of the world for just a little while. And wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope you see me next time. I cannot read backwards and upside down. My earrings are jingling.